Drop me off in the center of the town.
All right.
No, I got something better
No.
even. I would skydive out of an airplane to my concert.
Right into Miller Park. Boy, you really want to make a splash, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's me!
All right, good. Okay. Well, faced with that decision, Jesus also had to make a decision, in Jerusalem about going into Jerusalem. There were all kinds of people waiting for him, hundreds of people, thousands of people maybe, and they had all heard about him. They had all heard that he had been healing people, that he was teaching people, that he was telling people all about God's love, that he was doing all of these wonderful things. So they were really excited that he was coming. So how do you suppose he decided to go into Jerusalem? Any ideas?
He had to have done a 50 camel caravan.
A 50 camel caravan? No.
It had to be.
No. You know what it was?
What?
He came in on a little donkey.
Huh. Why do you think he did that?
Well, I think that maybe the reason he came in on a little donkey is because he didn't want the people to think that he was better than they were, that he really wanted to connect with them, and that he wanted to be able to reach out and touch them like I touched this little girl here. So he wanted them to know that he was accessible to them. And because he knew that they were hurting, many of them were hurting, and that there were things that were happening that were bad in their life. Do you remember what the people kept saying all the time? What word they kept saying? Do you remember that? I wonder if any of the children remember what they say on Palm Sunday.
What did they keep saying when Jesus came in? He was riding a donkey.
Does anybody know? Huh? What do you think? Does anybody know the answer to that? You do? What is it? What did he say? What did all the people say? They were waving their palms and they were saying a word.
What was that? Hosanna! Oh, you're right. Hosanna!
Great! They got it. Hosanna. Can you all say Hosanna?
Yeah.
Say Hosanna. Hosanna. And you know what that means? You know what the word Hosanna means? It means God help us. God help us. And so when Jesus went into Jerusalem, he knew that the people needed help. Because one of the things that they were saying to him, God help us, God help us. So he knew that they needed healing. And they needed to hear that God loved them. And they needed to hear that they could love each other. So that was really important for them. So that's the reason that he came in the way he did.
Yeah, I guess a hot air balloon would have been a good idea.
A hot air balloon, probably not such a good idea. But you know what? It kind of helps us to remember this Palm Sunday, the way that Jesus came in on a donkey reminds us that we too, we're looking for people who might be shouting out Hosanna in their life. Maybe they need to have a hand with someone, or to know that someone is their friend, or someone cares about them, or someone loves them. And so it's important for us to remember that that's why Jesus wants us to do this Palm Sunday, to be there for others, so people can talk to us and engage us and be with them. So that's.
So yeah, I guess the limousine's not the answer.
The limousine's probably not the answer, but maybe some other means of transportation.
Yeah, like the bus.
Or you can walk.
Or my skateboard.
Yeah, skateboard. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Okay, thanks for coming up. You kids, you can go back to your seat. You'll have a gift at the end of the service, and we'll continue our worship now with the singing of hymn number.